Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Dayakaran Dayakaram Dantam Dharma-pravartakam Pranamami Dayanandam Madacharya-varam-param. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shriniyaama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangai Stushtvagam Sastanubhih Vyashema Devahitai Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarksho arishtanemihi Swasti no brihaspati'r dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Verses 1 to 6 in this khanda were extolling and doing stuti of what? Aparavidya. Stuti in the sense of being objectively stating what is the phala you get and what kind of enjoyments you can expect to have. It's like when you read a travel brochure, you go to the travel agent and you say, what? I want to go to Mauritius. And then they will give you one picture booklet. Sands, white sands, blue waters, all these things. And then what happens? They are just stating what it is, and sometimes they exaggerate also because they Photoshop out all the people there, and all the hotels, which is actually a concrete jungle. And then they just show, they take out everything and then just show everything like this. And then when you see that, what happens in the heart? The desire to go there arises. And so too, the first portion of the Veda must be seen for the Vivekis, like who? Ourselves, as simply a travel brochure. And then verses 7, 8 and 9 are what? Khandanam of this kind of a lifestyle by who? Not Vivekis. What is the opposite of Viveki? Aviveki, avivekinaha. So for all these people who don't have the slightest discernment and who keep getting fooled by one travel brochure and the other, and then they seem like they have learnt their lesson, but they haven't, because they are committed to certain ideologies and notions which they are unwilling to let go. And because they have invested so much time and effort in those notions and ideologies, they want to not only they want to follow it themselves, they want to distribute it to others also. So they become unscrupulous leaders who themselves don't know, and then who lead other people also into the Grand Canyon, big pit of dead ends. One dead end after another dead end. If you keep going, then what will happen? Your heart will be deadened, disenchanted, full of pain, sorrow. This is what awaits. And now the 10th and the 11th mantras, as we are seeing, are going to talk about this in a more complete way. What is this Vaidika life, and what is its purpose? The purpose is to grow up. That is the purpose of Vaidika life, is to grow up. It's not to remain a Parma child. We saw that yesterday. And then the next verse, which we are about to study, which is what? 11th verse, is what happens if you want a greater end than just Swargaloka. What do you have to do? Meditation. So this is what the people are doing. So they are not only doing karma in the form of the word tapas. Tapas means swa ashrama dharma karma, and then they are also doing, what is that? Shraddha. Shraddha here means Hiranyagarbha upasana. Hiranyagarbha and other such upasanas. So they are doing various kinds of upasanas, having repaired to a forest dweller life, and what do they get? Brahmaloka, if they do it properly. It is not guaranteed. And having gained Brahmaloka, it is not moksha. There also you will be booted out if you don't have adhikaritvam to sit in Brahmaji's class. Yes, adhikaritvam is there, and then you can attend the class, but if you are not eligible for that, you will be booted out. And then the mantra says that you can, even after going to Brahmaloka, you can go to Adho Yonis. One can go to Adho Yonis. Adho Yonis means various animal forms, Naraka, Tiryag, Narakadi Lakshana. That which is characterized by animal life, etc. And Brahma Sutra in the third pada has a big discussion about how even doing all these karmas, why you will still fall down from there, why you are not guaranteed a human life, is because of what? Adi Shankara also says this, refers to this in the Bhashya, Yatha Karma Shesha. So, Yatha Karma Shesham means Sanchita Karma is there. We can't just talk of Agami Karma here, and because of this karma, whatever I have done in this life should immediately fructify into another human life. Cannot say, because even if we have had one human life, there is what? Endless karma in the person's account. So, we don't know because the priorities are not there. Priorities for moksha is not there, desire for moksha is not there, and then what will happen as a result? One can go to Adho Yonis. Don't think one time I am a human being. Some people think this. One time I am a human being, I am set for life after life after life. Next time also human being, next time also human being. Not necessarily. Human life is a gift, but if I behave like an animal, then what will happen next time? Yeah, this is what happened. Once I asked Swamiji about this. Pujya Swamiji I asked, and then because I was supposed to organize some conference, and then we had to get the address list of database from this organization. They were not giving. I went there to so many times in a row. They just were holding it like that. But they were also not saying we won't give. Repeatedly they made me go there. It was not easy. I had to take 2 buses, go there, come back, go there, come back, go there, come back. And they were saying, come tomorrow, come on Tuesday. And I would go on Tuesday, come on Friday, then come on Saturday. Like this, they kept giving me the run around. And then Pujya Swamiji came to visit that place where I was. And then I asked him, he just came out, the question just came out, why are some people so territorial, Swamiji? I asked this question. And this is exactly how it was worded, because they were being very possessive about that. So why are some people so territorial? And he thought, and I thought some big Vedanta pearls will come out. Yeah, and he said, only 2 possibilities. They were a dog in the previous life, or they are getting ready to be a dog in the next life. Yeah. So Pujya Swamiji, unknowingly for me, he unfolded this whole thing and set it right. He unfolded that whole Brahma Sutra itself. And it is so this we have to disabuse ourselves of this notion that once you are a human being, all the time a human being. No, because sanchita karma is there, karma shesha is there. And so with these words, let us enter into this verse. Ishtapurtam manyamana varishtham नान्यच्छ्रेयो वेदयन्ते प्रमूढाः न कस्य पृष्ठे ते सुकृतेनु भूत्वा इमं लोकं हीनतरं वा विशन्ति. Yeah. So, Ishta here doesn't mean what desired, like Ishta Devata. No. Ishta means it is a derivation from yaj. Ishtam, technical term for certain kinds of Vaidika karmas that one has to do, which is all properly defined. Agnihotram, Tapodanam, Vedanam cha Anupalanam. And then Atithyam Vaishvadevam cha Ishtam iti Abhidhiyate. Atri Samhita 143. So, what constitutes Ishta karma? So, Ishtam cha Purtam cha, there is a Dirghadesha, so it becomes Ishta Purtam. So, Ishta and Purta, two kinds of karmas are talked about. What is Ishta karma? Ishta karma constitutes, what is that? Agnihotra, which is what? Nitya karma or not? Yes, Nitya karma. And then what else is included? Tapaha. So I said Danam, it is Satyam. Agnihotram tapas Satyam. So Satya Bhashanam. Danam comes under a different one, I will tell you later. So Agnihotram tapas Satyam, Vedanancha Anupalanam. And then doing everything that the Veda tells you to do. What does the Veda tell you to do? Satyam vada dharmanchara swadhyaya anma pramadah acharyaya priyandhanam ahritya prajatantum ma vyavachetsi satyanna pramaditavyam dharmanna pramaditavyam kushalanna pramaditavyam bhutyaina pramaditavyam devapitrakaryabhyanna pramaditavyam matridevo bhava pitridevo bhava acharya devo bhava atithi devo bhava yanyanavadyani karmani tani sevitavyani no itarani. You see this big list? Yeah, that is all it is. Even if you don't understand, you can see how big it is. Yeah. Dharmam chara, satyam vada. Speak the truth always. Follow dharma. Don't neglect your swadharma. Don't swerve away from what is it that you have to do. And then after you graduate from the Gurukula, one big duty is left. What is that? Give Acharya Guru Dakshina, Priyam Dhanam. Not 1 rupee, okay? Yeah, Priyam Dhanam means the Priyam not from your standpoint, Priyam from whose standpoint? Acharya's standpoint. Priyam Dhanam Ahritya. Then after that only the permission is given to get married. Even today, on all wedding invitations, even if the person has never even had a guru in the life, they will say with guru's so and so blessings or Jagat Guru's Shankaracharya's blessings, meaning the permission of the guru has been given to get married. Because the Shruti knows, once you get married, the purse strings are with who? The spouse. Yeah. She has to put the water and give the permission. And she will say, What this acharya has to do, has taught you nothing. Look at your achara. Achara means conduct. Yeah, nothing he has taught you. Give 1 rupee, enough. So therefore, before you get married, the vyavastha is like that. Vyavastha is like that. Beautiful vyavastha, clean vyavastha. And then in the 5th canto of the Raghuvamsha, talking about the lineage of Lord Rama, then this Raghu is approached by one brahmachari. Raghu is approached. And then what is this Raghu doing? Raghu is doing the same thing as Vajashrava was doing in the last 3-month course in the Kathopanishad. What was Vajashrava doing? Hello? Yes. Vishwajit Yajna, where everything that is owned has to be given away. So tam Vishwajiti Adhvare. So in Adhvara means the ritual itself. So tam means the one who was busy in this Vishwajit ritual. And who was this person? Nishesha Shonita, what is that? Kosha Jatam. So the Kosha was completely gone for whom? Kosha was gone. So the kosha was gone means the treasury was empty, totally empty. So the kosha was tired and emptied out. The kosha was, and then what else? He had nothing to give this brahmachari. He didn't have anything to even receive. Even to receive the brahmachari, silver vessels were not there, given away. Gold vessels, before the silver vessels were also, gold vessels were what? Given away. And then what else was given away? All the copper vessels also given away. What was left? Earthen vessels. So pot of water in a earthen pot, earthen plate, he received the brahmachari. And so like this is a this custom is very much there of following this Vaidika life. And so Ishta is all these karmas which we have talked about. Whatever this Veda says, we have to do anupalanam, Ishta karma. And then what is Purta karma? That is also defined by Atri Samhita 144. And that the previous one was what? 143. This is 144. Vapi Kupa Tadagadi Devata Yatanani cha Annapradanam Aramascha Purtam iti Abhidhiyate. So, Purta is a set of karmas. Ishta is a set of karmas which includes giving Acharya money and all these things, and giving Dhanam, all these things, tapas and everything. Tapas means here Swakarma, all these things it includes, and Satya Bhashanam, all these things it includes. Purta karma, what does it include? It includes reaching out actions for the society, Loka Sangraha. And what is that? Vapi. Vapi is a kind of, these are all water bodies. Water bodies for irrigating the fields. Kupa. Kupa means not being cooped up. Kupa means well. Kupa, well, digging wells. Digging wells, why? So that people can have water. Digging public wells, so that anybody can go and just pull the bucket and then get water for themselves. Tadagam, water body for animals to drink. Adi. Adi means any other kind of, like sometimes even now in rural areas in the summer, they keep some buttermilk outside in a big pot. So that anybody who goes on the way, they don't ask, who are you, why did you come? Buttermilk is there to beat the heat, or they keep water also in the pot, covered by this vetiver. What is that called? Vetiver, this khas, yeah. that khas it is called, and then it is a kind of a cool fiber, and those fibers are knitted into a kind of a kavacha for the pot, and then the water or the buttermilk remains cool. So this is all is included in the modern day building hospitals, opening clinics, and all the aim for seva works like Chhatralaya, etc. All this is in the modern days included, because as the need goes. So Vapi, Kupa, Tadagadi, Adipadat, all the things that are needed right now in any given time or any given yuga. And then Devatayatanam. Devatayatanani means temples, building places of worship. And in India there is so much Purta Karma because it's Veda Vihita. So there is so much. I think India stands out. No other place they give as much as they give in India. Even in countries where they say 1/10 you have to give, still in India people are big givers. You find there is you are just going about, you are taking a walk, and then you find one small Shiva temple where? Just on the side of the road. Not neglected. Somebody is coming doing puja. You can also go do puja. Nobody says, oh, this is my temple. It's all for the people. All for the people. So from here, if you go to Dehradun, there is one accident corner on the way. Many accidents happen. And so there some people built one temple. 3, 4 small devatas are there, and then it became a huge deal, and now accidents are not taking place because Bhagavan is taking care, karma phala is there, and then what else is there? They give anna pradana there. So devata ayatanam, the temples are placed for the next one, are locus for annadanam. Annapradana, giving food. You see, in the ancient times we never sold food. Food was not to be sold, it was just to be given. Pujya Swamiji would tells a story where one lady, single mother with 3 daughters, she refused to give the daughter to the family in the next village who had a restaurant in the town. They said, no, I am not giving my daughter to somebody who sells food. Not at all. So the selling of food, selling of milk and milk products was looked down upon in the ancient times, even in the time of Pujya Swamiji's young adulthood. And so therefore this is, so Annapradanam, giving of food. And then giving of food was a karma that was highly regarded, because it says in the Taittiriya Upanishad, if you have given a lot of food away, then in the next life what happens? You are surrounded by food. Even if you don't want, food shows up. Yes. If you are like that, know that you have done Annam Brahma iti Upasana. Talking of Annamaya Kosha, it says that. So, this Annamaya Kosha on the individual level is a place where the error is made, Dehatma Buddhi is the problem, and on the collective level, how to resolve it into the collective level, everything is Brahman, Annam Brahma iti Upasita. May one look upon Annam as Brahma, and then that looking upon that Upasana has its phala. What is the phala? You will never lack for food. Even if you don't want, it will show up at your door. Yeah. And so like that, this is this way Annapradana. And then finally what else? Aramascha. What is Arama? Relaxing, rest. Not just, you're not giving somebody a massage. That's not the idea here. Arama means places of Arama. Places of Arama means what? What you will consider now hotels when you go from place 1 to place 2, and in those days there were no other holidays. Even in my childhood there were no holidays. We never had holidays. We never had the concept of going somewhere and then enjoying there and coming back. That was just such a foreign concept. Only places you would go was Tirtha Yatra, that's all. And the Tirtha place, Tirtha means some place of temples, etc. Usually the temples and ashrams, etc., that you go visit are built in beautiful places outside of the city. They are built on the hill, or they are built on a, what is that called, like a seashore. All these things are there. And then, so that was your holiday. You just went over there. And so now, even now in India, it is possible to go from Rameshwaram in the south all the way to Rishikesh without spending a penny. Places are there. They used to be called chaul trees. Chaul tree means a free place to stay with free food. Yes, room service, yeah. Room means one big room. You bring your little backpack or suitcase, or in those days it was called hold all, and it was really held everything. And so you bring out your bedding, and then what? You sleep right there. All your precious things, money and all, whatever you have, little bit, you put under the pillow. Yeah, you sleep on it so that nobody takes it away. And then in the morning, wherever you are, so if you are in South India, one packet will be handed over. Some kind of rice and sambar preparation mixed. And on lucky days, so sambar rice and curd rice, 2 packets will be handed over, breakfast and lunch. By dinner time, you are in the new place, and then you go and stay in that place. And if you have money, what do? You pay it forward. For the next person and the next family, you give something, they accept donations, and like this way, if people cannot afford at all, even now it is possible. And in northern India, chaul trees, some dal rice or something, chapatis and sabji, chapatis and pickle will be packed and given. You sleep there, you get up and go. This is called aharama. Allowing people to do the pilgrimage is a great karma, a fantastic karma, because you are helping them to come closer to the truth of themselves and have darshan, become devotees, become bhaktas, etc. So this is ishtapurtam. There is one more lesser known karma that is not included here but can be talked about. It is called dattam karma. So this dattam karma, what does it include? It includes things like certain vows that you take, ahimsa. So, not to harm anybody or any animal, living the life very mindfully. And then, so some certain vows and commitments are taken, and that is given to the world at large, and it is called dattam karma. So, ishtapurtam, so these are very religious people. They are following ishtapurtam, but what do they say? Manyamanaha varishtham manyamanaha. Varishtham means best. The word is uru. Uru plus ishtan. Varadesha is there. So uru. This uru we have encountered. Where? In the last 3-month course. Which chapter of Bhagavad Gita? No. Kathopanishad. Kamasyaptim jagatah pratishtham krator ananyam something, jagatah param, something like that. Stoma mahat urugayam pratishtham drishtva and what? Dhrityadhiraha nachiketah nachiketo atyasrakshihi. So urugayam, urutvena geyam, urugayam. Uru means expansive, great, big. And somewhere else also we have encountered. Where else? Shanno mitrasham varunaha varyama. Keep going. It's not rurukramaha, it is urukramaha. Urukramaha means what? In the Vamana avatara, in the avatara of the dwarf, he said, give me 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet, not 12 plus 12 plus 12 inches. as much space as it takes for 3 steps. Yeah. Urukramaha, it turns out that the 3 steps were so huge, the fellow was 3.5 feet, who this Brahmana that came to King Bali for dana. King Bali had lot of conceit, dambha, I am the greatest giver. Really? Yes, I am the greatest giver, he said. And Bhagavan decided to show him his place of being the greatest giver, and then he said, I want 3 as much feet. And everybody laughed, all the people in the courtiers all laughed. They said, this 3.5 foot fellow is asking for 3 feet of what? Place. 1 foot, swaha, the whole Prithvi. Another foot, antariksham, the whole heavens and all the lokas, swaha. Then where will I keep the 3rd foot? Bali knew what is happening. He said, put it here. And he had a transferred him to be the king of Patala Loka. Pushed him to Patala Loka. That is the story. So, Urukramaha. So, this Uru plus superlative pratyaya becomes Varishtham, greatest and best. Urukramaha. Then so Urukramaha means big footed one, but here Atishayena Varaha, Varishtaha. And then what do they say? This Ishtapurtam karma, Ishtapurtam is indeed the best. And then Anyat Nashreyaha. Nothing else is better than this. Shreyaha here is interchangeably used as moksha and moksha sadhana also. Moksha and moksha sadhana together. Because moksha is not different from the sadhana, being the same as the sadhana, because sadhana, sadhya are what? One and the same. So it is by Adi Shankara also interchangeably used. We will see when we come to the Bhashya. Then Varishtham Manyamanaha. Then what do they do? So Shreyaha means Atishayena Prashasya, means that which is greater, greatest. So as I told you, Prashasya is the whole word is substituted by Shra, and to that you add the comparative pratyaya. What is that? Iyasun. Iya, Shreya it becomes. And then what do they do? Na anyat Shreyaha Vedayante. Vedayante, they understand. They think. Who are they? Highly deluded people. What are they called? Pramodhaha. Highly deluded. All round deluded, highly deluded. And then what do they do? Nakasya prishtham. Naka, we saw the word yesterday, means what? Swarga, place of happiness. Nakasya prishtham. Prishthe, chandasam, nakasya prishtham sukrutam anubhutva, anubhuya it should be. Nakasya prishtham means the upper worlds of heaven, the upper regions of heaven. Why upper? More happiness perhaps. We don't know why it says upper. Nakasya prishtham sukrutam anubhutva, anubhuya. Anubhuya means having enjoyed, having experienced. Nakasya prishthe, what anubhuya? Sukritam anubhuya. What is sukritam? Good karma. Good karma means what? Results of good karma. Sukritam anubhuya. Then what happens to them? Imam lokam means this loka, this kind of a body. What is that body? Human body. Or this loka, martya loka, this bhuloka, both we have to say. And lokyate asau lokaha. So this body or this loka, both are there. This body or this earth, bhuloka, or what? Hina taram. Hina, inferior, more inferior. Hina taram va, or two options are there. Either they get this body and this loka again and again, or they get a lower loka and a lower body. What is that? Adi Shankara will tell. Naraka Tiryangadi. So Tiryak means animals. Why? Tiryak means sideways, because animal grows sideways. Yeah. You see a small child and 6 months later you see the same child, it has grown like this. Okay. 1 year later. You see a small animal, 3 months later it hasn't grown up like this. Like that dachshund, that's a classic example. Yeah, that dog which grows sideways, long dog. And then, so, Hinataram va Vishanti. Vishanti means they enter, they get. So that is the idea. So we saw Ishtakarma, Purtakarma, all that we saw. And then let us enter into Bhashya. Yeah. Ishtam Yagadi Karma Yagadi Shrautam Karma. Yeah. So he defines Ishtam. Ishtam means Shrauta Karma. Shrauta means this is Shrutehe Idam, that which is belonging to the Shruti, that which is come from the Shruti. Tasya Idam. Shrautam. What kind of a word? Tadhita. Okay, because that Adi Vriddhi is there, that is one of the telltale signs. And then, so, Shrautam means given by the Shruti, occurring in the Shruti. Tatra bhavam, tasya idam, any of those we can take. Some different pratyayas will be there. We don't have to go into the details. So it could be one of those. So what is there? So that which is occurring in the Shruti, or that which belongs to the Shruti, those karma are called Shrauta karma, also called Ishta karma. Ishta karma coming from the primary sources of the first portion of the Veda. Shruti given karma. And then what else? Purtam Vapi Kupatadagadi Smartam. Yeah. Smartam means very smart karma. No. Smritehe idam. Smrite means coming from, belonging to Smriti. Smriti means the Shastra, Dharma Shastra given by sages, which is Anukula to the Veda, which doesn't go against the Veda, but which has been unpacked and unfolded for people who say we don't know how to lead our day-to-day life. So all these Dharma Shastras and these Smritis, Yajnavalkya Smriti, what else is very famous? Manusmriti, all these things. They are everyday rules, how to live, what to do, how to spend your time. And the Purta karma comes under Smriti based karma. Why? Because this is an offshoot of what the Veda says. The Veda is the Shruti is a lady of few words. She is not going to tell, she is not going to talk too much. Unlike the stereotype of women, okay? Yeah, she is a lady of very few words. She will not say too much. But whatever she says is unpacked by sages who have pored over the Vedas and who have understood it completely. These Shastrajñas will unpack for the ease of the people to day-to-day life, to lead the day-to-day life. So this is called Smartam Karma. Manyamanaha Etadeva Atishayena Purushartha Sadhanam Varishtham Pradhanam Iti Chintayantaha. So these Shrauta karma and Smarta karma together are the best. There is nothing more than that. There is nothing. Atishayena Varishtham means there is nothing that exceeds that. Na atishete doesn't go beyond that. Meaning what? This much alone I have to do in order to get what? The highest and best, that which is talked about by the Shruti, moksha. Moksha is gained by karma. Shrautam karma and smartam karma. This iti manyamanaha means thinking like this. Chintayantaha, considering this, same thing. And then what do they say? Etadeva, this alone, atishayena purushartha sadhanam. Nothing other than this is sadhana for moksha. Purushartha means parama purushartha here, the final purushartha. So atishayena parama purushartha, parama we have to introduce here, add here, parama purushartha sadhanam, varishtham, mukhyam, pradhanam. Pradhanam means this is the best, nothing other than this exists. Mukhya sadhanam, the only sadhana, the primary sadhana for moksha. And then, so as I told you, ishtam means what? The yajanam, all kinds of shrauta worship, agni worship. And then, so all this, they think themselves very blessed and look down upon people who are going to ashrams. That was also mentioned in the previous 2 verses. They look down, they have a condescending attitude, because if I think I am the best, and if I am looking at you, what will I think of you? Yeah, you may be better, but I am the best. So they have a patronizing and condescending attitude. Best means only one can be best. I am the best, and all of you are what? Yeah, not even worth talking about, because you are not doing all the karmas enjoined by the Vedas, and you are going for some other thing. You have left your karma, you have done a big papa, because you are no longer doing your karma. Like this, they look down upon all the people who are following moksha. This is intended in the word varishtham manyamanaha. Then anyat Atmajnanakyam Shreyas Sadhanam Na Vedayante Na Jananti Pramodhaha. So Anyat Shreyaha Na Vedayante, that is Moolam. So Anyat means what? What else is there other than this? They say nothing, but we know better. Atmajnanakyam. Hello, let us not forget Atmajnanam. Akhyam, known as, aka. That's how it came. Akhyam means aka. Also known as what? Atmajnanam. Atmajnanakhyam is not understood. They are blinded to that. We saw that earlier. They are not able to see that at all. Atmajnanakhyam sadhanam na vedayante. They don't understand. Na jananti. Who are these people? Pramodhaha. Extremely, fully deluded. By what? Putra, Pashu, Bandhu, Adishu, Pramattataya, Mudhaha. Yeah. Pramattataya Mudhaha. Prakarshena Mudhaha na. Pra is Pramattataya according to Adi Shankara. Very beautiful derivation. So why are they mudha? It is explained. How are they mudha? And what is the meaning of pramudha is beautifully explained. So those who are pramattaha. Mad means mad. Mad, fourth conjugation. Mad means to rejoice. But here mad also is got 2 other meanings. Mada means what? Pride. One meaning. Mada also means liquor. Why? Because that's how we can say intoxicated by pride. Yes. Pramattaha. Intoxicated. Mattaha, past passive participle, intoxicated. Pramattaha means completely intoxicated. So, pramattataya, the pra becomes the cause. So, the pramatta means the intoxication for these ajnanis becomes the cause of bondage. What is the intoxication? The intoxication the pride that they are the best and nobody else is there, that is the intoxication. And because of that, wrong behavior, like a drunkard going on the street and then hugs the light pole and says, "Oh beloved, where have you been?" like that. So that behavior is the culminates in what? Only doing ishta purta karma and then saying this is the best. These are the words, the slurred words of a drunkard. This lifestyle, Adi Shankara says, is that of as good as the one who is intoxicated. What is the liquor? What did they drink? They drank the what? The attachment to, the liquor of attachment to putra pashvadibhi. Because of that, bandhu. Bandhu is also mentioned or no? Yes. Bandhu, relatives, friends, all the people you can say. My significant others. These are my significant others. Bandhu and then putra, child. My child is going to make sure that I don't end up in an old age home. This is my ticket to a fantastic old age. The child will serve me. And then what else? The spouse of the child will also serve me. And the children of the children will also be at my behest. And I can continue to commandeer all of them. So this putra moha. Putre pushte aham pushtah. Putre nashte aham nashtah. If the child is doing fine, I am okay. If the child is not okay, I am also not okay. So, iti chintayantah, and if this is the situation, and then you can add other things. Grihadishu, you can say griham also. Griham, bandhavaha, griham, all these things become, that's why the bandhu, what is the root verb? Bandh, yes. Root verb is bandh, that which ties you up in knots. So, putra pashu, bandhu, friend, grihadishu, pramattataya. Because I have these few things, I am the best, east or west, iti mudhaha, pramattataya. So, the hetvarthe tritiya. Pramatta, pramattata, pramattataya, third case. So, and then pramattataya mudhaha. Because of this, they are all gone. Pramattata means unseeing attachment, binding attachment. And then what else? Techa nakasya swargasya prishthe uparisthane sukrute bhogayatane anubhutva anubhuya karma phalam. Yeah, techa means furthermore. What happens to them? Te means they. They nakasya. What is naka? Swarga. Tasya swargasya uparisthane. So being on the nether, occurring in the nether, so not nether, upper realms of heaven. Sukrute, sukrute, sukrutam, anubhutva, anubhuya, karma phalam, anubhuya. Sukrute here is karma phalam. Anubhuya, keeping on experiencing the karma phala. And how long is the karma phala? Finite. So, in the upper regions, in the higher regions of Swarga, they experience karma phala all right. Then what happens? Then punaha imam lokam manusham asmadhinataram va tiryang narakadi lakshanam yatha karma shesham vishanti. Yeah, no use, no hope, fellows. Yeah. So, because they keep repeating this because of the addiction. That's why they are intoxicated, because the liquor is very addictive. What is the liquor? the attachment to putra, pashu, bandhava, etc. And so therefore they keep repeating the same addiction and the same mistakes. And if you tell them to leave also, they will be like the alcoholic. What will the alcoholic say? I know when alcohol is in my hands. I know when to leave alcohol. What do you mean you know? You are always drunk. No, I have already left 35 times. So like this they say, I am not attached to the child, I am not attached to the house, look at how much ishta karma I am doing, look at how much purta karma I am doing, but really they are in denial, like every alcoholic is in denial. There was one song, English song, when I am dead, don't bury me at all, pickle my bones in alcohol. Okay, so like that. So alcohol sthaniya is what? Putra pashu bandhu attachment. That is the alcohol. And then so therefore what? So therefore so completely because of that imam lokam. So if the punya is there, if punya vishesha continues to be there, then even though they step on the graces of Bhagavan, still manusham lokam they get, or asmad hinataram, or worse than this they get. What is that? Qualified by, characterized by tiryak. We already saw tiryak means animals. Narakadi, opposite of swarga they get. Naraka, various kinds of nether worlds. Seven down, downward worlds. Downwards in terms of difficulties, not location. And then yatha karma shesham, beautiful and appropriate compound. Yatha karma shesham, karma shesham anatikramya, not crossing the sanchita karma. Karma shesham is here, what is that? The word for sanchita karma. So karma shesham anatikramya, not crossing the sanchita karma. What happens to them? Vishanti, keep on entering, keep on going from loka to loka to loka, and then in the process become what? Loko. Yeah, loko means slightly off. Okay, yeah. And then that's what happens when you go from loka to loka to loka, you become loko. So that is which mantra? 10th mantra. Now the 11th mantra is going to throw in a extra bonus to ishtakarma and purtakarma performance. What is that? Upasana. Is going to throw in one extra bone to the hungry dog. And dog, why? Because they are dogged by karma, and so to this hungry dog in the 11th verse one extra bone is given. If you want to become more, if you want to become better, even though you think this is the best, there is one more thing which is not really well discussed in the Shruti. It is rahasya, secret. And what is that? The world of Brahmaji or Hiranyagarbha, same, one and the same. So that is what this is. We already saw, because Mundaka Upanishad starts with what? Brahma devanam prathamas sambabhuva vishvasya karta bhuvanasya gopta. We started with Brahmaji. Definitely there will be references to this. So this Hiranyagarbhakhya Loka, or the world of Brahmaji, called Satyaloka or Brahmaloka, known by all these various names, is waiting for you. Oh, what happens there? Fantastic things, even better than Swarga. Swarga, just you get one small bungalow, that is it. Here you get 3 bungalows, 2 you can rent out, and and then you get servants also, and then Brahmaji himself will come and receive you. Plus there are free Vedanta classes. Fantastic, I can attend. Yes, you can attend, provided you are eligible. One paricharaka, one sevak will decide whether you are eligible or not. Otherwise, you just look at the gardens of Brahmaloka and then come back. Have one organic farm to table meal and then come back. That's all you can do. Otherwise, if you are eligible, you sit in the front of Lord Brahmaji. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh my God, Brahmaji. And if you're South Indian, you will go like this. The idea is you're supposed to slap yourself to atonement of karma, but nobody wants to slap themselves. So very lightly they pat the cheeks. Yeah. You just pat the cheeks like this, and they go like this. OMG, OMG, oh my God, here you are. What kind of karma I must have done? Wonderful. And then Brahmaji starts to teach. What does he teach? Tapashraddheye hyupavasantyaranye. Repeat. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Santyaranye Shanta Vidvamso Bhaikshacharyancharantaha Suryadvarena te virajah prayanti Yatramritasya purusho hyavyayatma. This is the verse he is planning to teach, and this is the verse he unfolds. And then you have a longing for Swami Dayananda ashram. Where you could get this verse without doing Ishtakarma, without doing Purtakarma, and then without doing what? Upasana, Hiranyagarbha Upasana. That is the crux of this verse. The crux of this verse is a little extra is thrown in, a little bonus. If you want to do this, you can get to the next tier, but it will cost you. Because see, if you want to go from, like if you say you are in, in the flight, economy class. Economy class means where all the putra, pashus, everybody is there together, crowded. If you turn this way, you are hitting somebody there. If they turn that way, they are hitting you. And God forbid if it is an overnight flight going to America, etc. And then what? And if you have the prarabdha karma of having middle seat, and then this side wala is sleeping on this shoulder, that side wali is sleeping on this shoulder. And then what do you have to do? Become a boulder and stay become a stone and stay like this all the time. And then you have to kind of unpack yourself limb by limb and slowly get out. But then they say, you have middle seat, too bad when you check in. Would you like an upgrade? This lady with nice lipstick will say, yeah, you want an upgrade? Sure. How much? 50,000 rupees. More than the ticket you paid. Okay. It's going to cost you. Then what will you do? You will be in business class. And business class means what? Well, lot of this thing. You can stretch out even into the next seat. In fact, there is no next seat. Lot of freedom, lot of this. And then the seat goes back. Until you are 180 degree. Like this. But it will cost you. Here also, economy class is the previous verse. What was the previous verse? Ishtapurtam manyamana varishtham. Economy class, all crowded, everybody is there in Swarga. Swarga is a very crowded place too, because more and more people are getting eligible and going there. And then what? But you want an upgrade. It's going to cost you not 50,000 rupees, much more than 50,000 rupees. Why? Because you have to do upasana all your life. Oh, other than, instead of the karma? No, darlings, in addition to the karma. In addition to the karma, you have to do upasana. When you are not doing the karma, but there is no time, I am sleeping. Don't sleep. Sleep is overrated. You want Brahmaloka or not? Yes, I want Brahmaloka. Okay, keep meditating. Wake up. Put some, what is that, water in your face. Wake up. Meditate. And when you are not meditating, what are you doing? Offering yaga, building hospitals, doing all these things. Ishtam karma, purtam karma, dattam karma, plus Hiranyagarbha Upasana and all the other vidyas, Hiranyagarbha Upasana, Dahara Vidya is there, so many, Hrit Pundarika Upasana, various Upasanas, all of them you keep doing. Only option is you can go switch from one to the other. If you get bored of one, you do the other. This is what you can do, and then you will get what? Business class, Brahmaloka, where the service, we are told, is very, very great. This truly comprises the end part of whatever is achievable by human karma. The limits of karma are talked about in great detail. We will see that tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi